fuck her right in the pussy.
Yeah, that's what we're opening with now. What is going on, Nashville, Tennessee? Right now, we've got some very special guests here in the Archeon studio here for the Archive, again, number 11 coming at you. Today, we're going to be breaking down some really cool content. We have some great guests here on the show. We have Meditator here from Nashville, Tennessee. Up-and-coming metal band with some great content coming your way. Of course, I got my boy T. Swain right here. We're holding down the fort here, showing you some new content coming at you right this way. Gonna break it down from the beginning, go into introducing our friends here, going off the bat. We got Mr. James Downs on vocals over here, killing it over there. We got Gregory Wittenberg holding it down on bass over here.
Hello, hello.
Don't you forget Mr. Tony and Mr. Tony C on guitar. And we've got Mr. Nick Elder over here on guitar. Got some great content. Guys, we wanted to just take a minute to give you some compliments, talk about how we've enjoyed your content. It's been really cool, really fun to enjoy. Last year in 2018, Meditator came out and released their EP, and it is A Darkness Unknown. So,
just wanted to say that was released on my birthday.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a gift especially for you. Before we know
Yeah, that's my birthday present. So.
Shit, guys, thanks for joining us here on the show today. Is there anything right off the bat you want to holler at the fans and just shout out to them real quick?
No, they really. I mean, I guess, hey, we're working on new material. Hey,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah, we finally have a full lineup with the addition of myself and Tony.
Yeah.
So we'll definitely have some shows for you coming soon.
Hopefully soon. Yes.
Absolutely.
Any promoters or bookers out there?
Right. Absolutely. Mr. T. Swain, right off the bat, I'm going to throw it over to you here. I want to ask you, what was your favorite song off of their EP?
I really digged Anxiety. I remember seeing the lyric video a long time ago, and I kind of want to go into that a little bit too. But I love how it feels. You feel anxious with like the guitar, you know. Like I just thought that was a cool, like a really cool play off of that, and like the whole EP is about depression.
Mental illness in general.
Yeah, and anxiety and everything. So I thought it just translated really well. I would say, yeah.
I gotta say, I loved Xanax, and Don't Tell Me was pretty cool too.
Yeah,
I really liked that for sure.
I love playing that one live.
We played both those live.
I said Anxiety, that's what I meant Xanax. I was thinking of the X, and I was like, that means Anxiety.
There you go.
Some solid tracks though, guys. If we can ask you, we see, of course, on your website you've got some really great influences, solid right there. But I want to ask straight from you guys, like, James, biggest influences for you?
Biggest influences, rhythmically would be Meshuggah and Norma Jean. Vocally would be, I hate to say it, Killswitch Engage, the black guy, of course.
Stereotypical.
But also, let's see, Periphery and Monuments.
Hell yeah.
And what's the guy's name? Slaves. Yeah.
Johnny Craig?
Yeah. Johnny Craig.
Good stuff, Mr. Craig. How you feeling about those influences?
Okay, this will be a little bit embarrassing. So we got Thy Art is Murder, Chelsea Grin. I've listened to their whole discography. Asking Alexandria would be the most embarrassing one, but it exists. I can't help it. We can't choose what we like. Issues. I love that genre blend so much. Just basically a metalcore band with a white R&B singer.
Yeah.
Like that is my shit to the end of time. And in more classic direction, I'd say Metallica.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Tony?
Man, Pantera for sure. I don't know. That's a big one for me.
Yeah.
If I'm probably more up to date, would be In Flames.
Okay.
I really dig them, man. Bjorn, he's
some solid
plays the Les Paul, dude. Just love him, man.
Oh, good stuff, man. Tell us about it, Nick.
I'd say for guitar, it's probably Avenged Sevenfold. Like Sinister Gates definitely got me into metal. That genre of metal for sure. About freshman year of high school. I grew up on Metallica and Randy Rhoads. But with metalcore, it took me a while to get into metalcore, actually. Like, probably senior year of high school. and I jumped into For Today. Love For Today. I recently got into Thy Art Is Murder, and yeah, I'm starting to really get into it now. After the Burial's awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
Sure.
What'd you think of their? What was their song? Like, just the
newest
squeals?
songs?
What was
Behold the Crown.
Was that the one with
Behold the Crown. Oh my god.
I play that at practice because it's
I love
just.
it. It sounds like something like when you first start, like when you first learn how to do a pinch harmonic, and you're like, "This is so sick," but they just took it and actually put it in a song. Like that's what it made me think. I love it.
Was that the one with the weird music video where they were
That's
having
so
like a
funny.
battle, but they were just throwing? What was okay?
I haven't seen
Yeah,
a video for that.
It's great.
Okay.
they have like they're like dressed up as a bunch of Vikings, but they kill each other by like throwing like totally.
It's just a big
Useless
snowball
objects
fight.
at you.
But they're
Yeah,
dressed up as like real Vikings.
I don't get it.
Well, that's better than Periphery's video. What was
the
it like?
ketchup.
Yeah,
With the
ketchup
ketchup
versus.
and everything,
Oh, was it?
Scarlet.
Scarlet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They always have weird. Even Marigold's video was weird as shit.
Yeah. I thought that was kind of odd. The 3D like beams.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Videos. I'm actually going to take that and just go straight into some video stuff there because, correct me if I'm wrong, we had a lyric video come out, did we not, for Xanax, right?
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about that process.
That was me just hammering it out. At the time when I put that out, it was just still a studio project.
Yeah. So you did the.
Yeah, I did all the editing and everything. It was painstaking
Dude,
because
I
I
feel
can't.
you.
Like we were talking about, I tried After Effects, locked my computer up, so I just had to go and animate everything by hand in Premiere.
Oh man.
So
That's how.
second by
I feel
second,
you.
frame by frame, just like, all right, move it here,
Yeah.
here.
That's
So,
crazy.
That's why it's not as crisp as I've seen a lot of these other lyric videos, but I was proud of that.
Yeah, dude. I mean, that's how it was like when we did Soul Drift, and I used After Effects, but I think it was like a 20-hour render or something.
Oh,
It was
man.
stupid. So I feel your pain doing lyric videos there.
Yeah.
Dude, that content, I mean, it's crazy. Again, speaking a little bit towards the fans at the moment, it's crazy. It's all the work that goes behind the scenes into creating some solid content, and that's why I'm so excited to talk to you guys about this EP that you put out. That process. I mean,
Yeah. So it was.
So
what's his last name? Max
Garceau.
Max Garceau.
Pretty sure that's how you say it.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's why I said it wrong. But yeah, my last band, When Everything's Taken, we worked with him a little bit and just got to know him, and he was a really cool guy. Did not know it, but he's a phenomenal guitarist and great at writing metal music. I got a Guitar Pro and I just threw him a bunch of riffs. I was like, hey, this is my idea. This is what I'm going for on these songs. Like, I would tell him what emotion I wanted to grab on these songs. He was like, oh, got it.
Yeah.
And just bust out. I'm like, what? It's perfect, you know?
Yeah.
So, we started writing January of 2017. Mm-hmm. Wrote all throughout the year and recorded, and then it was a year later we finally put it out.
Yeah.
very nice.
Yeah, and you recorded, what was it? The
What was his
metal.
name?
I got it up here somewhere. It was Merciless Metal Recording Studios.
I think he had a different name before, but
Back then. Yeah, so you got to go to the studio there and everything.
Yeah, he had the home studio down in Antioch.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Antioch.
We're in the basement like 3-4 days a week in there, just like hashing it out, either writing or I'm in there recording vocals, passing out in the booth almost sometimes. Because so when I wrote those songs, like I didn't plan on ever doing them live, so I was like, I want to go for this
Just
one note. I don't know if I can get it or not. So it's like 20 takes, me just like. Going for it. Finally get the note, then everyone's like, you should play this live. I was like,
Yeah. That's cool though,
You
man.
did that to yourself.
Because and then it was
You played yourself.
Blood Rock Media. I read that review and I was like, that's a solid fucking review.
From our first show?
Yeah.
That was really cool.
Yeah.
For the
for
Days
them
of
doing
Summer
that.
show. That was our first show.
That was the first review like any band I've been in like actually got, and I was like, what? That's amazing, you know?
Yeah.
So,
That's awesome, dude. I wish that we that's cool.
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah, for sure.
So with getting that together, I'm a little bit curious because I don't think we're all Nashville natives, right? If you don't mind, I just kind of wanted to take a quick second to go into, you know, kind of how you guys all came together to be in this room right now, where you're all from.
Well, I guess where I'm from I'm from Chattanooga, Tennessee. I moved up here 14 years ago for college, and then I was like, I'm just gonna stick around. I like it. And I've just been in and out of music since I've been here. I've been in 4 different bands or something like that. 4 functioning bands. I've been in probably like 6 or 7, but a couple of them never got off the ground.
That's a journey, man.
But yeah, so wrote this music, showed it to a couple of friends. They were like, you really got to play this live. So then I just, got on Facebook, got on Bandmix, Craigslist, just searching it out, and I ran across his picture. He had this blue guitar, and I was like, he has a guitar in the picture. Hey, what's up, man?
We were friends on Facebook for like 2 or 3 years. I just never talked to each other, and he randomly messaged me one day. I was like a month or 2 away from finishing college, and he was like, hey, you want to be in a band? I was like, I'm almost done with college. I'll have time to do it. Sure, why not send me something?
That was like early 2018, right?
Yeah,
it was like April 2018.
Yeah.
Very cool. And then where are you originally from?
I'm from here.
From here?
I'm from like Bellevue, and then I moved to Spring Hill. I've been in Spring Hill since I was like 5.
Nice.
So I've pretty much been in Nashville since forever.
Tony?
Man, I grew up in a place called Springfield, Tennessee.
Okay.
It's not too far. But I mean, I went to Cheatham County school, but I lived in Robertson County pretty much my whole life.
Okay.
And
cool. Good stuff. Greg?
Yeah, I'm originally from Chicago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chicago.
Yeah, and I came here for the same reason as James, to go to college. I went to Belmont, I graduated in May, and I decided to, stick around because, music scene. I graduated with a degree in songwriting. This is a better place to do that than in Chicago, because that's a place I feel like should be a music city, a main music city, but it's just not for whatever reason.
I think you could get studio work in Chicago.
There's definitely studio work.
I don't know
absolutely.
that songwriting.
there's a lot of good like guitars from Chicago. I know that.
You went for like music business too, right?
That was my minor.
Yeah,
because
cool.
they in the College of Entertainment and Music Business, that's the area I was in. They make you get a minor.
Really?
And they wouldn't let me. They don't let you do audio engineering as a minor. They do let you take audio classes, but they don't. That's only exclusive as a major. Similar to songwriting, they don't let you minor in that either.
Yeah.
So all that time that you spent learning about music business, like, do you feel like you're really excited to implement that into Meditator, like even more so?
Yeah, one of the things that they helped you out with is like, hey, we're going to give you contracts and we're going to tell you how to understand them.
Because you went for music business too, right?
I went to MTSU, but I majored in music business.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So
that's cool.
So you guys are solid. Like, you guys are going for the big time here for sure.
We fake it really well.
It's just cool to have like the knowledge and stuff. And,
to keep you from getting screwed over and things like that. Mm-hmm. But still get a lawyer either way. You can't be your own as much as you might try.
Yeah. Right. You can only Google so much.
Right.
Yeah. So.
Like straight out of Compton, like, I'm only getting cents? What is this?
And then,
I took care of us.
And we should shout out Josh.
Yes. Josh, what's Josh's last name? Ray. There we go. My bad, Josh.
They're very
Come on, man.
Well, just say it right now and I'll cut it.
Josh Ray is right. Perfect. Everybody. It was just grinding online trying to find people. It took forever.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
We were like the only 2 in a band for a long time. Well, we played shows last year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we had 2 members before, but let's see. The drummer at the time, he went back to school and his schedule got a little wacky, so he had to step down.
Yeah, which really sucked. He was awesome.
He was amazing.
Yeah,
his background was like death metal, so he had
he had the chops.
Yeah, he was killing it.
Yeah.
I wanted to say, and if you're cool, I want to take the screenshot. There was a post that you shared about a drummer that you had asked to try out, and
Yeah.
he was a huge dickhead.
Oh,
he was,
yeah.
he was like, how the fuck am I supposed to hold a beat to this screaming bullshit?
Oh, I forgot about that
Dude,
message.
that shit cracked me up so much.
I was like, what is this? I mean, just don't respond.
Yeah,
Why you gotta-
or like Billy Madison, like a simple no would have sufficed.
Like he had to get his anger out there.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was like this Justin Bieber bullshit. I was like, come on, man. Why you gotta say all that?
Yeah, this shit cracked me up.
Like, I don't even sing pop. What are you getting on about?
Justin Bieber bullshit.
Yeah. But then he turns around and he thinks true metal is like basically classic metal. Like,
Yeah.
like,
The inability to expand your mind.
yeah. But like, what's wild is in the post I had on Craigslist, we had links to the music.
Yeah.
So it's like, how did you not know that this is what we sounded
Sure,
like?
yeah.
Why did you even respond to me? Get out of here.
Man, I know the grind of finding people
Yeah.
and getting just
Yeah.
terrible responses, and it's like, come on.
Yeah, that page, Nashville Musician Finder, that's how I found that. That's been
yeah.
a great resource. And like people who play on Broadway, it's like, hey, I need a player like tonight who
Yeah.
can play these 40
Yeah.
songs.
That's cool.
So it's been really good for a lot of people
Yeah.
in that regard.
That's really cool. I haven't really spent a whole lot of time on there, but I can imagine there's a lot of good work to be had on there for sure.
Yeah, I just got into looking at that page and it's nuts.
Yeah. Well, and there's just so many talented people and
Yeah.
stuff too. So
Nuts.
Also, I don't know. It seemed like I got a better response once I had the administrators of all the different pages add the band page to it. Then I post as a band. Then people were like, "Oh yeah, what's up?"
Yeah.
Before that, I just posted it and dead silence.
just
Like, all
gets
right.
overlooked.
Yeah.
Well, going back towards some of your content here, which is cool, because we were talking about, like the inability to expand your mind, and just like wonky things out there for sure. It makes me think about the mind itself, of course, with your talking point and your focal point of your EP, being about mental illness. What got you guys to go with that as your central focal?
On that one, part of it was my own personal struggles. The other part was just experiences with other people that I've had over the past couple of years. Like growing up, like I was kind of taught this whole idea of like mental illness isn't a thing. It's just it's all in your head, but
Right.
more so than what you think. But it was like, just get over it. If you're depressed, just get up and do something. It's like, once I've gone through life, I'm like,
Right.
that's not how that works. You can try all you want. Your brain's like, sit down. In dealing with my own personal struggles, like I started noticing how people just kind of discredit like the mental illness, like just in general, like about that.
Right.
So it's like, we need to talk about these things.
Yeah.
Like, why not talk about them? You know? And so, like that was just my main thing was like, at least create, some dialogue around this and then get people to talking and thinking about things, instead
sure.
of, no, I'll be fine and just keep just sweeping it under the rug. You got this mound of trash over here that
Yeah.
you're just holding on to and you wonder how come you can't sleep at night or something like that,
Yeah.
So,
I love how you did the EP too, and like putting the little parentheses around
Oh, yeah,
the words
yeah.
to spell. I thought that was so clever. Because at first I was like, "What the fuck is this?" And so then I actually wanted to go into. I had some. Oh, first we should go over to using the Beware the Slender Man.
Oh.
What made you?
So that actually was the first, like what sparked the whole idea about having that theme throughout the entire album. I watched this documentary on HBO.
Yeah.
I think it's called Beware the Slender
Yeah.
Man. And like it was these two girls. It was like a perfect storm. One was a borderline sociopath. The other was paranoid schizophrenic.
Yeah.
And both of them were like 12 and 13 or something like that. Well, they just happened to stumble upon each other at school because I think one of them transferred and was like, hey, we should be friends. And all of a sudden, in whatever's going on in their head, they start, like, they find out about Slender Man on something pasta. What is it?
Creepypasta.
Creepypasta, yeah. And then they start to believe that he's real, and they're like,
Yeah.
oh, we have to become one of his, people, or else he'll come after us. So then they just devise this plan to go kill their friend. what?
Right. Yeah. I know, it's so crazy. I remember when that story like broke and everything.
Yeah, and like
all the games came out. Yeah. So much about it.
I think like my first day of freshman year, I go to like my writing class, and that she brings that up because it was about monsters and everything, and she brought that up. I was like, are you serious?
Yeah. That's crazy.
But yeah, so like just watching their interviews and how like it amazed me.
Yeah.
And I was like,
inspiration.
I was like, I have to write a song about this.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, wait, perfect. Then like I just went on this, like I just started just writing lyrics and like thinking up riffs. I was trying to write whole songs, but I'm kind of terrible at writing whole songs by myself. I have to collaborate.
Yeah.
I'm one of those people.
No, it's solid, and especially to do it on Guitar Pro. I remember, like I used to only write on like Tux guitar and shit, and so that's awesome. And like hearing it, I bet hearing it like actually recorded after like listening to those for so long.
Because like the MIDI stuff, I wrote lyrics to the MIDIs. And I was like, all right, this is gonna be cool.
Yeah.
Then like I come back to the studio and he's on track. I'm like, yo, all right, let's do this.
Dude. But and then I thought this was cool. The In Heartache's Wake, and then that ties into the
Edge of Fate. Yeah. So
the story.
Those are like the beginning and end of an abusive relationship, and like in Heartache's Wake, like you're going through like the initial part of it where, you know, I don't know if anybody's ever been in one, but you know, kind of like that they kind of tear you down kind of thing.
Yeah.
And so like you're dealing with the depression in that situation, and it's talking about like dealing with that and then getting cheated on, and like how it's like kind of breaking up the relationship. And then the Edge of Fate is the flip side of it, was like, you know, you've had enough, and it's like, you know what, I'm done with you, get out of my life, I hope I never see you again kind of thing.
Yeah.
So
I love like when things tie in like that too. I thought that was cool.
Yeah, like I was trying to figure out how to go about like depression, because like that's usually kind of like mopey. So how am I gonna like put that in there? But then I was like, well, I'll tie it into this, you know, tie it into like the relationship thing. So like that's why you have both songs, you have the same similar chord progression in there. And so like in Edge of Fate, it calls back to certain parts, and like how I'm singing the chorus and all that.
Right.
So,
yeah, that's what I love shit like that. I love Periphery does that a lot, and I think that's why I enjoy the shit out of that.
Yeah, Nick has pointed out to me that I'm a concept artist, apparently.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much. I mean, that's what this would, you know, be and everything, and that's cool. And I, you know, like I said, just like, and like Vince Semple when they did it, and I Won't See You Tonight, part 1 and 2.
Yeah.
So that shit always, you hear it and you're like, that's so cool.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but the EP also deals with some bullying and domestic violence.
Yeah,
right?
Don't Tell Me is about bullying, and so Edge of Fate and In Heartache's Wake is about domestic violence. Well, more so Edge of Fate is more about the domestic violence part. And then you've got You'll Forever Remember, which is the last track, and it's about suicide. And then you've got Subconscious Wars about PTSD. And then Schizophrenia on track 2. And Anxiety on Xanax.
Yeah. That's definitely a concept.
Yeah.
It qualifies.
It's quite the slice of real life on that EP, which is great. I love seeing artists that create real raw material that comes straight from the heart, comes straight from real life. It's something for me personally when I like hear music and it just seems very like easy bake oven, like just produce it without any real feeling. You know, so props to you guys on that for sure.
Appreciate it.
So as far as you know, with the, I know that you just recently became into the band, right, Greg? And that's going to help for sure with the next upcoming set, and with your music bachelor major, both of that coming in, playing towards the next release of content you guys have coming up. It definitely makes me want to beg the question about your new stuff you have coming out.
Yeah, it's like a full getting to collaborate all together. It'll be vastly different.
Yeah, so essentially we had like a group of 4 people. We were playing shows, and then the drummer had to go because of college, and then we just weren't doing anything, so the other guitarist kind of just like fizzled out. So it was just us, and we knew that we weren't going to get a band together really quick, but we didn't want to sit and wait and do nothing for months trying to play a show. So we just started writing immediately. So he would come over on Sundays instead of going to band practice on Sundays. And I have just like Logic Pro on some 2010 MacBook Pro.
Yeah.
I'm just recording straight into it with like a Helix. And we just started writing songs, trying to write as much as we could. But we hit a point where we have like 6 or 7 songs pretty much fully done. But I knew we were going to get more band members.
Right.
And I've been in a band before where we've had everything written. We have the set. We're ready to go. And people join the band, and a month or two later, they're like, I didn't write any of this. I'm not into it. And they dip.
Yeah.
And so I didn't want to finish an entire album and then bring people in, and it's like, well, this is what we're playing for the next 2 years.
Right.
And then so they want to leave. So we wrote like a good 6 or 7 songs, which 1 or 2 of them may not even make it on the album. That's just how songwriting works.
And you allow everyone in the band to contribute or even write their stuff if they want.
I don't really want to write alone anymore, just because I want everyone to feel like they're a part of it, and it'll probably give us a better, more unique sound if we do it that way anyways. So currently we're just trying to get like a set down so we can play shows, but in between that we're going to start writing as a full band.
Hell yeah.
But as you were talking about that writing process, doing the next album, making sure everyone gets like to put some creative outlet into that as well. That's got to be so uber exciting. Like
it's also, I know, the grind of butting heads and stuff too.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes.
I don't know, at least for me, like since I've been in so many different bands, I'm like, all right, I'm just like, here's an idea. You guys tweak it how you want, whatever.
That's cool.
So far everything we've worked on together has been great. We really haven't had any like issue.
That's good. As long as everybody's like, I feel like you have to stay really open-minded. Like when you have 5 people, you have to understand that. We talk about that a lot, how you write something, it's your baby, And then somebody comes in and be like, your baby sucks, So.
No, one of my professors for a lyric writing class, he was like, don't think of your songs as babies, think of them more as one-night stands.
Yeah.
It'll be a lot easier.
Smart, hell yeah.
Yeah.
That is smart.
So, I want to ask questions. There are going to be some dueling guitars on.
Yeah, that's what I want. That's why it took so long to find a guitarist.
Hell yeah.
Well, see, like that's what's funny. Like, people hear our music and just assume that it's super simple to play.
Yeah.
And then I'll send them the tabs, and they're like, "Oh, something came up. I got to go." And I'm like,
right.
All right, man.
We've had like maybe 12 guitarists in the works to audition, but we've only auditioned 3.
Damn.
Like they just don't show up. We send them the stuff, and they're like, "It's gonna take me a week. Take me another week," and they're gone. They just ghost.
Yeah.
It's like
This is scary.
Like it gets easier if you actually try.
Yeah.
Well, and sometimes people just don't have the talent when they think they do. As shitty as that, sounds, but you think that you can play something, you get it, and you're like, oh wait, I have to practice.
I thought it was only palm mutes.
No, I mean, being in this band, it makes me a better musician because I do not play music this technical, so I can barely keep up, but I have to. I don't have a choice.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and he finger picks everything.
Oh shit!
By the way,
Just getting it.
That's awesome.
I was showing him "Don't Tell Me" the other day, and like you do it at practice. I don't know how. You're just spider crawling all over the little bass. I'm like, holy crap,
Especially with
man.
bass and it being like so.
It's like a
much
6-string
further
bass.
apart. Yeah.
It's like,
you play 6-string too?
I try, one of my basses, it's the main one I play is a 6-string.
Yeah.
You can use it for everything. I can use it for like, I don't know, I forgot the name of the genre, but like I can use it for pop, I can use it for R&B, I can use it for jazz, I can use it for metal.
and you keep it in standard, even though we play.
Yeah, I play in standard. I play.
So he's just like theory wizarding all over it.
No, I play. I don't see a need to put it in drop on a bass. If I could play it still in standard, I don't see a need to change it. Like August Burns Red changed that for me. I literally couldn't do it, but I only in those exceptions.
A sharp, drop A sharp on 6-string, and then with 7-string, which we haven't really pushed into yet, it's going to be drop A flat.
Yeah. Hell yeah. It's gonna be heavy.
We're going down to F.
Yeah. Dude, I got an 8-string and I want to write an 8-string song so bad, and just it's obnoxiously low. It is.
I refuse. I'm not getting an 8-string.
I got it because I wanted to play Stranger Things, And literally the only reason I bought it,
Yeah.
and then I learned it, and I haven't really touched it since. I was like, now I should like use it. 'Cause I
Learn
spent so
something.
much money on
Learn
it.
some after the burial.
Yeah,
I'm not sure. I know they play a
Sugar.
lot of 7-string songs. I'm
Yeah.
not sure which ones specifically are 8, but those would be really fun.
yeah,
Or anything with sugar.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
So, with more new stuff coming out from you guys, when do you think you'd like to get a tour in the books?
Oh,
I know that's a big question.
That's always the question for bands and stuff.
When money permits it.
I feel that.
Yeah.
And it's like in the need for it, you know.
Yeah,
I think this would be a cool segue into like marketing and shit.
For sure.
Yeah.
I think touring the first, like, which I don't know when we'd get a serious tour kind of thing, but that's probably not going to happen until after this album is at least released.
Yeah.
I don't see the point.
Exactly,
We would be
yeah.
pushing nothing.
Yeah. You play shows in front of nobody in towns, you know, you have to drive.
And if we do play in front of someone, it's like, what do you have? It's like, oh, this CD that came out 3 years ago.
although Manson, when he started his career, like he would write glowing articles under a different name about this great band, and they had no material out yet,
Hell yeah.
which is kind of genius.
Well, see,
Yeah.
that was pre social media. We do that
Yeah.
now, we're gonna get roasted.
True.
Dude.
But yeah, do you guys, so you dabble into Facebook marketing or?
I've been slowly learning it. It's annoying, but it's a necessary evil.
Yeah.
For sure. Yep.
And then they keep changing the dang algorithm, so I'm like, I didn't know the first one. What do you mean it's changing?
Oh man, but it's definitely, I feel like it's getting a lot, because I do marketing as like a side business too, so I don't do it just for the band.
Yeah.
And so I've actually been getting to use somebody else's budget, which is a lot more than ours. And it's really getting better for creatives and finding like the right people. And so I feel like for music, it's gonna, once you learn how to do the split testing and then the dynamic creative, like it's just gonna be save you money on like boosting ads and stuff.
I don't know anything about split
Yeah.
testing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But yeah, Facebook has like really, really targeted ads, which can
Yeah,
help you like
you can-
save money over like a larger area.
Right.
Yeah, for sure. And then like, so what we did for our first music video is you find like bands that, so you could do like Kill Switch and Norma Jean, Periphery, Avenged Sevenfold, stuff like that. And then you find artists that other people, so it's like that artist and then here's the other 10 artists that they like, and then target all those.
Yeah.
And then you run ads to them for that. And I mean, it's hard to explain in like 5 minutes, but yeah.
Oh,
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, so anytime
Might have
you
to
guys
collaborate
want,
on
yeah,
that.
no,
Yeah, we could have,
I
we'll
would
be
love
talking.
to.
Yeah.
I would love to
Yeah.
for sure because we talked about that in another podcast about I have this idea how to bring people out to shows and I don't know if it's gonna work, but I want to test it where it's like, so you have like a music video or just something where people can see your face so they recognize you, you know, even if it's just like a playthrough.
They're gonna learn all our strategies.
I was like, is he going to say what it is?
Off camera, we'll talk about that.
But yeah, it's just something where people recognize you, and then you can give them like Xanax, like a lyric video, and like people who watch yeah, that too.
Shove it down their throat.
Yeah. So like people who watch 75% of the ones where you guys are actually in it, and then 75% of the like lyric video, and then give them like another piece. Like we would like for us, we would do like the podcast to like the music video or something. And then if they watch, like, since those are longer, say 25%, then they would get show ads because they've seen these 3 pieces of content from you and they've been engaged.
Yeah.
So I feel like they would be more likely, because you just run that to Nashville, like just the Nashville area. And then maybe since they watched, like 3 pieces of content from you, that they would come out to a show because I know who you are at that point.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just, like I said, I don't know if it would work. I haven't tested it.
That sounds very similar to an app that a student was creating at MTSU when I graduated, and
Really?
he won like a competition for it, where essentially he was making a Tinder for bands.
Yeah.
And he would have it so that like a 30-second clip would play of the band playing live specifically, and you could either like swipe to follow the band and it would immediately add it to like
What?
Facebook, like Twitter,
That's really good.
Spotify,
That's sick.
or you could ignore it and then it just like it would kind of try to find different genres for
Yeah.
you. I thought that was such a great idea.
That's crazy.
Did it end up going anywhere?
I mean, he's like developing it, so I don't know if it's out or anything,
Okay.
but I thought it was a really cool idea just to just pull out your phone and be like, this band sounds cool, and it doesn't even show you the name, doesn't show you the song or anything, so you just do it completely off of looks and sound.
Yeah.
Because if it also promotes bands to not sound like ass live.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh yeah, it sounds really good. You swipe it and it like adds it to your Spotify,
That's
adds a
crazy.
playlist
That's
or
such a
something.
good idea.
Yeah.
Video comes up, it sounds like Guitar Hero.
Yeah.
For real. That's cool.
Yeah.
I really like that.
I wish I could see where that is in
Yeah.
development.
That's cool.
See, my brain just takes that to like the next level and be like, what if like the large artists, we're trying to swipe and match with them to play shows or something, and like Sinister Games is getting 1,000 right swipes, and it's just like,
Yeah,
I'm not
right.
interested, go away.
See, that's why you can't do stuff at that level though, because
Yeah.
everybody knows who you are.
Right.
Yeah.
So, that's a cool thing. We talk about that too, about how at this level, it's like when you do get those fans, you can like communicate with them. Like,
Yeah,
people
yeah.
actually
It
enjoy
can
your
be
shit.
really personal.
Yeah.
Have you guys? I didn't think we were gonna ask this, but I was just talking to Jonathan today, and Jonathan is like our super fan. He's our boy
Okay.
on everything. Have you guys found us? Are you super fans? Handful.
There was one kid back when we very first started playing shows. He was in California.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Well, first he threw us off because he called our manager. We had a
Yeah.
we got like a pseudo manager, but he called him at like 2 a.m. and he was like, "Who the hell is this?"
There's only 12 o'clock there.
But he like hung up on. Then he messaged us the next day. He's like, "Hey, I tried to call you guys. You guys are really cool." Blah blah. blah. And come on, he's like 12 or something like that.
Oh.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
like, "Oh, that's awesome." But then he
Corrupting the youth.
Hey. But he actually asked if I could sing "Happy Birthday" in a video and send it to him and his family. I was like, why not?
That's
Yeah.
adorable.
So I did that, and I haven't heard from him since. So maybe I botched it.
Oh man,
Oh,
that's
never
cool
mind.
though, and that's like, I feel like that's why we do music too, is to have people get those reactions and shit.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
cool. That's really awesome.
Yeah, like I was like, I've never had a request like this.
Yeah.
Fine, I'll do it. Whatever.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys ever think about that, like with fans and like little youngins coming up in the next generation? It's like, even like when Killswitch like first came out, like really Facebook and social media wasn't really like a thing. So it's not like you could just message them and be like, "You guys are great,"
Yeah.
But like, you ever think about like now the opportunity we're at in this like time in this climate of like marketplace and everything we got going on, that it's like you can have a fan find you right now, and then 10, 15 years later, imagine where you guys are going to be, where we're all going to be. And it's like I just think about the little kids, how, I don't know, it blows my mind. I think about that,
They
like
can
the
grow up
impact you can make from.
Like at this level, and
Yeah.
they grow with you and stuff.
Yeah.
For sure. It is wild to like just be able to message bands and
Yeah.
like hit them on Twitter and be
And
like,
we
"Yo,
get-
how did you record this?"
Yeah, we get like a bunch of messages from people like, "We want to take your photos," or "We want to record
Yeah.
whatever you're doing," and stuff like that. It's like that was not possible.
Well,
I'm
yeah,
sure
like-
people were begging for stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, like last month I messaged Sky Accord. He's the bass player of Issues,
Yeah.
and he messaged me
Yeah.
back.
Yeah, it's wild.
That's crazy.
It's so crazy. That's cool. Speaking of photo shoots, are you guys gonna do? Because you had one with, was it JP Productions?
Yeah.
And then are you gonna do another one now that
We
you
were
got-
just talking about that. We need to. Well, now we have a full band, so we
Yeah,
really
yeah,
need
full
one.
We were thinking of
Yeah.
what we needed to wear and everything. Still working on that.
Yeah, we were just brainstorming the other day. Went down some dark roads, but you got to go down those dark roads to find the good
That's
stuff.
right. Get there. Hell yeah.
They don't like my Gumby suit.
Photo
Stand
shoot.
out.
I have a Gumby suit.
K Nasty.
The full house in here?
Hey buddy.
What's up, boys?
K Nasty's coming on the crew there.
There'll be a fly on the wall over here.
Putting them all.
I saw some stove and I was like, we got a creeper.
Oh man.
So new upcoming photo shoot, in the works at some point in the future for that. What about music videos? What do you think?
I've been wanting to do a music video,
Yeah.
but now that we were writing new material, like that was the plan, was like work on some material that we all have been part of, and then like do some playthroughs and music videos and things like that. So I guess once we get everything written and we decide what's the single going to be, we'll probably like lean towards doing a
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to do a music video for the old material, I wouldn't mind.
I mean,
Just to like have more content out
y'all
there.
be in there.
We gotta call Max.
I think that's a cool thing to remember too. Is like even though it's old material to like us, like to a whole new audience, it would be new. So
to the rest of the U.S. that has not seen us yet, they're like, hey,
yeah. Because I never go to Spotify when I hear a song and be like, this song came out 2016.
Piece of shit.
Yeah. But yeah, that'd be dope. And I think it's cool. We talk about that a lot, about how we're in this day and age where you can't just film a playthrough. It looks good, and like, and that's just.
I do want to do playthroughs too.
Yeah, you should. So then when people are like, oh, that's just Chuck's, be like.
See, the thing is though, is I've wanted to make playthroughs for the old content, but the you know what I'm gonna say, like as soon as I joined, I got sent all the guitar tabs or Guitar Pro stuff, and a lot of it just doesn't make sense. It's like record 2 seconds, pause, record 2 seconds, pause. So if I were to do a guitar playthrough, it's physically impossible. So I've had to rewrite little stuff to make it actually doable and be able to do it live, because it was a studio project. It wasn't meant to be played.
Right.
So I actually just can't do a guitar playthrough, because then it'll look like I'm playing it wrong, because I am technically playing it wrong, but I'm not. So we kind of just have to wait till we release new stuff and then do it on that stuff.
That and some parts are like 3 and 4 guitars.
Yeah.
Like just doing all different things. So it's like, well, what part is he gonna play?
Yeah. You just put up the 4, like two, like
panels.
you guys both on.
Those always look cool.
Yeah.
I just saw Rob Scallon release a video. He played like a Mario theme, and it was like 9 different frames.
Yeah. There's a guy that does acapella, and he'll always do that. He'll do like 9 different. So.
Which is interesting too, because your EP has like it. I feel like it takes. It's not just like a straightforward. Like I don't feel like it's just a straightforward like metalcore, like chug 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 the whole time. It's very intricate, like you're talking about. It's complex music. It's very intelligent. There's a lot of love and a lot of intellect that goes into creating that. So it's interesting. I was listening. I think it was the 3rd track.
Xanax.
Not Xanax. Don't tell me.
All right.
But don't tell me. I think it doesn't. It almost made me think of like a French kind of like bistro kind of. You know what part I'm talking about? Where it like breaks down for a second.
You're talking about the
do 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 do. Yeah.
You like from something like that?
No, it was just
Groovy.
Yeah, groovy.
Yes, groovy.
Well, so the idea, like in writing, it was like taking that angst of somebody who's tired of getting bullied and like they're letting it all out. So it's like you're going through all these different emotions. So it's, and I'm thinking about it from like a teenager standpoint. When we're writing it, so I mean, like those weird angsty moments was like that doesn't really make sense, but okay, that fits there. And this is what they're feeling at the moment. So it's like just throwing in random stuff, but also creating like that push and pull of the music. That'll it seems like a lot of bands have kind of like gotten away from. Like I mean, you can break down the whole song, but you can only do that for one song before everybody's like, all right. Something new. So like if you can have like that, like some switch ups where like it gives your ear a rest and then you go back into like the heavy parts, like it hits so much harder. So definitely. Like
songwriting, man.
Yeah, if you're just gonna be like loud all the time, it's just gonna become noise.
For sure.
Looking like off of Terminator 2 when like the nuke goes off, just a wall of sound.
Well, it was making me think, because he was talking about like acapella a little bit, and actually, we talk about that, quite a bit, like with all creating a bunch of vocal layers, talking about like guitar harmonies and stuff like that. So I was kind of curious to ask you guys, with the new content that you're going to be releasing, do you want to like add anything that's like acapella or like any orchestral type?
I can hear you on a vocoder as like an intro. You can say no, it's okay.
Well, I don't know. I never really think about doing anything solo because like that's the purpose of having a band.
Yeah, true.
But I mean, like having like little breaks in the songs where like maybe it's just the vocals. I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm not gonna put any limits on anything.
Right.
Sure. We're probably gonna have less electronic music in this music since we have
the full lineup.
The full band is not just me just going as hard as possible.
Yeah. Do you feel like your direction's pretty similar to the EP, or
In some ways, yes. In some ways, like there's more.
Just grow and
Well, I mean, just with all the different influences, like some songs have much more metalcore bass to them. Like, I mean, like I don't want to say classic metalcore, but I guess old school metalcore. Where like there's more punkish parts in there. But then like we've got other songs like this one called "Into the Void," where it's just like balls to the wall, just aggression.
Hell yeah.
But it's just so good. I can't wait to
I'm stoked to hear it, man.
Yeah, it was I noticed with the EP songs, especially when we started playing them live, that they are all extremely groove driven, which is good. I like them, but I noticed that live, some of like if the groove goes too long, then it gets boring. Especially in metalcore, like people have really short attention spans. Like every 5 seconds, they want a new drop or some China hit or whatever. So I don't really write a lot of groove parts. I write a lot of I guess it's the metalcore punkish kind of Avenged Sevenfold kind of stuff. So throwing his groove riffs into my faster riffs, so far it's working really well. So I want to see with everyone what it's like.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I can't wait.
Yeah, I'm pretty pumped to hear. It's been what? So it was March 2018. So then a year and a half.
Roughly. We started writing in like November. So it's been almost a year.
And it's just, and like as you go, like you're. Oh, I did want to bring up. So I saw that "Bring Me the Horizon" was listed as an influence.
Oh.
Kind of. No.
I mean,
for
sure.
Oh man.
Well, maybe older Bring Me the Horizon.
That's what I was gonna ask.
Well, if it was new, that wouldn't make much sense.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. Is like a transition. What did you guys think of the?
I personally was not happy at all. Like a lot of people's like, that's the new wave of metalcore. I'm like, that's not even metalcore. Get out of there.
One song is.
I'm not gonna say it's a new wave of metalcore, but it wasn't bad. Definitely wasn't bad. I thought it
wasn't
fine. Yeah.
It was.
Yeah, it's just like just because it was a metalcore band, it doesn't mean that like this is now what metalcore is. It's the same thing with Miley Cyrus. She like played a bunch of country and then small pop stuff, and then she went insane like into hip hop.
She's playing country,
and now
again.
she's back to country. So are you gonna say that like country is now hip hop because she went to it like that? That's not how it works.
Like I remember I saw an article like that, and I was like, No, they just decided to change genres.
Yeah, which is fine.
Yeah, they're doing.
I'm sure his throat is just exploding. It's probably why they're doing.
Well, I mean, have you watched any of the like live stuff?
He can't hit the high notes. He has the piano player in the back do it for him.
Well, and like there was this one. They did this thing on BBC Radio.
Yeah.
And like, you know how he does all the scream pitches?
Oh, is that the clip where he like screamed and it sounded like totally weird?
Yeah, like he was like, ah! It's like that was supposed to be up here. You were.
That's tough though. Like switching between screaming and singing.
Yeah.
If you find the right balance, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
But if you go 100% power on screaming, you're definitely not singing anytime soon. And also, if you don't have your technique just right, then that's going to affect you at the same time. And I've also had to learn to calm myself down on stage because like I used to like headbang out, jump into the crowd and mosh with people, then come back up there and I'm like, and like I can't get any help because nobody knows the song. I'm like,
oh shit.
But yeah, just like learning that balance of putting enough power to where it sounds good live and using proper mic technique. I know some people try to be like, you don't cup the mic, that's a pussy way. It's like, okay, then you do it. You go ahead and scream your heart out and then try to hit a note. You're not going to do it.
That's what people just like to throw in their 2 cents. Be like, you have to do it this way because I read it on an article.
Yeah, it's like, have you ever done music? Have you ever sang? All right, shut up. Now, if you go out there and then you got like some gutturals going on, and all of a sudden you're just like, I'm like, okay, show me your ways, please. But I mean,
it is crazy how I feel like that's one thing with you guys, is just how brutal the screams are, and then just how I guess like clean is like a good way to describe the vocals, but they're like
like yes, I try to find a way to record things where it's still doable live, but also you still got to put the passion in there. So it's like I said, learning the proper technique. You can do lows and still sing. It's just muscle control. really. And staying hydrated.
Yeah.
Stay hydrated. I don't know how I see these people go on stage with like 2 beers, like sitting there and like drinking throughout the whole set. I'm like, how are you still able to make a noise?
Yeah, right.
No, I was seeing Seth MacFarlane like perform at a birthday party, and he was like singing the hell out of Frank Sinatra, and he was drinking like scotch or something and smoking a cigarette at the same time.
Some people just got it.
It's just
Got it.
Yeah.
But vocal control and a whole lot of training.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, it's just like any other craft.
I've always had a huge admiration / curiosity for metal vocalists who perform well and are able to meld those two sides of the coin and still be able to have a conversation with you afterwards. So many props to you, sir.
I appreciate it. Well, I mean, like I saw a couple bands do it back in the day, like, you know, in the heyday of metalcore. I was like, that's amazing. And then just, I guess, the pure side of me, like whenever I see bands, like I hear their CDs and everything, and they have all these beautiful vocals and like the scream, like, yeah, man, that's him live. And it's like the guitarist is doing all the singing, like all of it.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm like,
it fucked me up when As I Lay Dying when I figured out Tim Lambesis didn't do
any singing.
Yeah.
I was like, no. I don't know why. Like,
Yeah,
it's
it
cool.
shouldn't
Like, it's
matter,
fine.
really, but-
Yeah, but I'm the same way. I'm just like, do both.
Do both.
Like, I've learned to, like, not, if that's what you guys do in the band, that's what you do in the band. But just me as a vocalist, I'm like, I want to push my boundaries. I want to see how far I can take it. I mean, like, trying to sing along with Periphery, woo, that is ridiculous. But that also pushes me to try these different, you know, like, higher notes and, you know, putting a little bit of fire onto the singing. Which is
that grit.
Which is actually way harder than going from screaming to regular singing. Putting like the grit on there and not blowing your voice out. I'm still working on that one. Still perfecting it.
Totally. That's what we love, though.
Yeah.
Goddamn.
So I gotta ask in another direction here, because bassist to bassist, Mr. Greg, what you got going on with this new album you got coming in? Are you excited to throw some tasty bassness foundation from the beginning? Excited?
Yeah, absolutely. Just that working on fills and everything like that. I don't improvise too much. I need to like sit and like think it out and like make sure I'm comfortable with the notes, because if it's gonna go on a record, like I've done improv a few times. I've been playing piano since I was 5, play jazz, so like I can do that sort of thing. It's just like I'm more of a plan out sort of person.
Well, I at least in this experience here, because they had everything written kind of like what you're talking about, like there's that dynamic there. And I don't know about you, but when I got here I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna make something happen, but I know that just kind of relating with you there with you know, when you have something already written, it's hard to write a foundation for a foundation that's already written. So
Yeah, definitely.
But it is cool, like, when bassists write their own stuff. I don't know if you guys have been in bands where the bassist didn't. You probably haven't, because you probably wrote your own like bass parts. But like my previous experience is just playing with bassists who just did whatever the guitars did, and I think it's really cool when you have so many, you know, like that can just write their own parts.
I remember, again, I hate to keep going back to it, but like heyday of metalcore, like that was just understood as like bassist, you root note your way through the song, you follow the guitar every time. It's like, and then, you know, once I started like getting more into bands, I was like, actually it's kind of cool when you like do a little run.
You have like a little
At least every once in a while.
just
like,
sure. Just like
throw a little spice.
Little flash. Yeah. That sounds cool. Spice. Yeah.
They'll know.
Tony, what about you? What are you looking to bring, or you have any?
Man, I'm excited that, you know, they even gave me the opportunity, you know, just finding people online. It's like they were saying earlier, and I was like, oh, I don't know what the hell I'm getting into, but we'll see. They seem pretty legit, and they are, man.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, I'm excited. We'll let Nick and James lead the way and just try to keep up as best as I can, man.
He's got a few riff ideas that we thought were pretty cool.
I wrote a couple songs. I got one in C#. It's actually about an ex-girlfriend. That's why I was you know what he was saying. I was like, okay, mental illness. Okay,
Mental illness.
That's her name.
But she's crazy. But I wrote a song about her, and you know, I'm excited, man. You know, maybe integrate it. You know, just trying to learn everything they got, man. It's awesome.
Yeah, that's gotta feel good hearing them say that a lot of people couldn't do it, and then you come in.
It surprised the hell out of me, man. I was like, wow, y'all really had. I thought it'd be like 2 or 3 people, you know.
Yeah, like he showed up to the audition like playing this one part in Heartache's Wake that nobody else has played, like, because they just didn't do it. I was gonna chord my way through this section, and he just came in there like, I was like, yo, okay, all right, let's keep going.
That was the first song we ran through just as like the audition, and he just started playing that part, and like we kind of didn't process it. It was like, wait, he played that part.
It's like, hell yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to do it right, man. I was like, dude, I'm like gonna, I want to impress them. I want them to see I can play too, but I was just like, I didn't want to show up and not play their songs right. I was like, this shit's gonna be
for sure.
Did your homework, man.
That's cool. Full lineup, man.
Yeah.
Thankfully. Yeah. Well, with that full lineup, again, kind of bringing it full circle for the whole, wrapping it up for the interview here. Great, awesome stuff coming out from Meditator, coming forward. Is there anything that you want to let the fans know about? Any links down below, or anything you want us to tell them about?
Yeah, we don't really have anything new to put out there. I mean, if you want to buy merch from us, hit us up on our page on Facebook.
Hey.
Yeah, follow us on all the Spotify.
Spotify, iTunes, Amazon Music. We're supposed to be on Pandora,
Apple
but nobody
Music.
uses Pandora anymore.
Yeah.
You got on Pandora? Because Pandora has 2 things, and you have to submit. Which your guys' recording quality is way better than ours, but I submitted it too, and they rejected us.
Oh,
yeah, I was like,
got him.
Oh, because of the recording quality or something like that.
I don't know. They don't tell you why. Because the music's bad. One of the 2.
So they do the YouTube thing. They take you out and they don't tell you why.
Yeah, they're just like, your song was rejected, and I was like, I understand.
I expected this.
But
ain't much, but it's honest work.
who did you guys distribute through?
CD Baby.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Nice. Good stuff. Well, we're going to bring it up for a wrap here then, guys. Thank you so much for joining us here for the first ever musician artist spotlight here on the Archive, guys. Again, Meditator. Guys, check them out down below. Again, a link to their EP right down below. All of the other social media goodness down there. Thanks for joining us, Archive Nashville. Everybody out there, thanks for joining. We'll see you next time. Thank you.
See ya.
Peace.